Hi, I'm Andrew, an entrepreneur and a computer science student,
Hi, I'm Raveen, a psychology major student.
and you're now listening to the Ink Thoughts podcast, where we ponder and talk about incongruous thoughts ranging from our daily life to the human mind.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Ink Thoughts podcast. I forgot when was the last time where we had a just like two of us personally podcast, but because last week we had a podcast, but it was with a guest, quite a fun one. We had Paul Millett on the pod, so I think by this time the podcast is already out. I don't think we are scheduling that behind this podcast, but yes, I think quite a lot of things have happened, and then one of the particular major thing today is actually quite a rare day for us to be recording a podcast because it's Tuesday, and then we usually do it on
Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. So because this Sunday, actually more particularly Sunday, it will be a big day for Vereen because Vereen will be making a farewell to Malaysia and all her friends' family as she will be embarking her journey to meet me in the UK. Whoa, so cool!
Oh my god!
but mainly like
You're saying it in an excited way, but deep inside, I'm feeling so sad.
yeah, absolutely. It's like it's definitely not easy. Like it's part of every single journey. It's a part of every single journey. That's definitely the sadness of saying goodbye and the happiness of saying hello. So yes, definitely something. Hello. Yeah. So definitely there's both happiness and sadness involved. But yes, exciting times ahead. So that's why we are putting it forward, and we wanted to record this because after Vereen come over here, there might be loads of things happening, and who knows, like our lazy syndrome might happen again, like when we're back in Malaysia. Who knows? Hopefully that doesn't happen, but just that because there might be a lot of things for her to sort out, so it's better for us to just do it beforehand instead of like spending instead of trying to make time for it when we're actually busy. But other than that, so yes, how has your week been or weeks been? Because I actually forgot when was the last time we actually recorded the last episode when there's just two of us.
So I would say actually I can't remember much, but only those very recent ones.
Oh yeah, something I would like to announce. Maureen has a new pair of AirPods Pro. Oh my god, she's now wearing AirPods Pro. Oh, that's so cool. By her friends, yeah. So she has really nice friends that gifted her AirPods Pro. The funny thing is that I told this to one of my friend Dalim, and then he was like, "Oh my god, she has such good friends. Who are they? I want to get to know them as well. I want a pair of AirPods Pro as well." But yes, like go on with your sharing.
Yeah, I believe some of my friends might be listening to this, and yeah, I'm really thankful that you guys treated me so nicely. I was so surprised.
That's such a delay. That's like more than a month later after they gifted you. Because by the time this will be out, it's like a month later, I think.
Yeah, but I'm really grateful that you guys treated me so nice. Like, I never expected this to happen. Yesterday, I went out with one of my best friends, and I thought it was just a casual outing where we just went to facial and buy some stuff that we would like to. But I never expected that she actually has a mission, which is to represent everyone to buy me a pair of AirPods. I was like, what? The moment that she gave it to me, I was like, okay, we have the video with us, but yeah, the audience can't see it. But yeah, I was literally, my eyes opened in a very big way, and I didn't even blink.
Okay.
But yeah, like after that, after some time, I really cannot hold on emotion, and I cried in front of them.
In front of her, right? In front of them? I thought just in front of her.
Oh, because one of our friends came and meet us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, after that, like I was like crying, but actually for the past whole week, I've been crying as well because I don't know, I just have so much of emotion in me that I feel like I'm leaving everyone in Malaysia behind, and they are really important people for me. But at the same time, I know that I have to go to UK. Like, this is something I want as well. And Andrew Kwan is over there also. Yeah. So it's
luckily.
actually very
Luckily, it's because of
complicated
me. I
feeling.
thought it's because of something else. Oh, luckily.
What is the something
I have a
else?
part in it. Okay, that's nice.
What is the something else?
I don't know. You gotta ask yourself. I know.
But overall, it's actually a very complicated feeling for me. Like, you're a bit excited, but at the same time, you are feeling very sad, and yeah. But I quite admire the way my mom look at this whole thing. She has been saying,
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, she has been saying like, why do you have to be so sad? Like, I know I might be missing you or something, but you are going for something good and something that you want. So let's be happy. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, like, definitely there's a sadness of departure and all this, but yeah, it's a new journey. It's a new journey to embark on. It's change. It's a change for the better. So yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So right now, actually, for this 1 whole month, I've been feeling I'm like very busy. I have so many people to meet up. Only until this moment that I realized that, okay, actually I have a lot of friends, which I can consider them as my good
Which she's
good
been
friends.
ignoring.
Yeah. Because those that are not that close, I really don't have time to meet them. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. That is nice. But yeah, that's nice. That's really nice to hear. But yeah, she's been so busy that even though she's been unemployed for quite some time, but she hasn't been editing her videos. If I'm not sure if I've mentioned this, but yeah, Vereen does have a YouTube channel. If you can find it out, not too hard to find. And I think by now, yep, definitely that's just one video. So
maybe by the time the audience hear this, it's already. I mean, I've already uploaded a second video. Who knows?
Yes, better be. I hope that's the third as well. I mean, by this time, damn, a month's time. Like, seriously, huh? Oh, seriously, just one video? Even worse, 0 videos, huh? Yeah. So yes, definitely. We hope that there's a lot more happening in this 1 month. Yeah, change is coming.
Yeah. So. I actually, oh my god, I don't know what memory I have. Have you shared what happened in your life for the past 1 week or something?
Nope.
Okay, now it's your turn.
I was waiting for you to, ask me. Yes. But is that it for your sharing?
What?
So just kind of quite a summarized one. Is that it for your sharing?
Yeah, because basically it's actually a lot of emotion stuff. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Sure. Understood. All right. Okay. So, yes, for me, I actually forgot when we recorded this. Can I check back? Let me just trace back. I wondered. I would like to know. When did I last share my stuff? So last recording was I think it was when I went to Reading right after we went Reading. Wait, no. Seriously. We recorded before I went.
Yeah,
I went on
before.
Reading. So, damn, that's 2 weeks, more, slightly more than 2 weeks, which is amazing. Okay, so that's quite cool. We went to Reading. It was a nice trip, but I don't want to expand too much on that because we just went there, chilled with my friends. It's kind of like the moment where I'm at a stage. I'm not sure. Maybe because I'm quite privileged, I find that traveling is no longer about trying to finish all the trying to go to all the tourist destination as many of them as possible, or just spend time there. Trying to make the value out of it. I don't find that to be the value of traveling anymore because right now I think, especially now you're in a foreign country, you have your friends here. Your friends are kind of like your family.
Yeah.
So like when you get to meet them, especially now that we're graduated, we go to different places around UK. Luckily, it's like still in the UK. Imagine in the US where like one coast to another coast is actually a 2 days drive. Like in UK, it's just like a few hours drive. So still quite accessible. But yeah, like every time when we go to travel, I don't really care about where we go, but I just care about the time we're together, especially the nights where we just sit there, share about stuff, chill, drinks, have some drinks. But yeah, if you're under 18 or in some countries under 21, please don't drink. Yeah. So we just, yeah, that's what I truly enjoy. But the beautiful thing not beautiful thing actually, it's just a new experience that we had on that trip is that right on the day when we are coming back, it's actually a Monday. It's actually a summer bank holiday. So when we are coming back, originally we're just taking a train, and then we have to switch to a tube because right in the UK there's so many train stations that yes, you have to transit between train station and then you have to take the tube. And when during that trip, because there was some customer incident that happened on the tube, which is quite serious, but I wouldn't go further detail into that. So what happened is that there's just a customer incident. The tube got delayed so much that we almost missed our train. Actually, there's 3 of us from different places, so like 3 groups of us. Some of us are going back to Nottingham, some of us, and actually one going back to Cambridge and one going back to Sunderland. So for us it's still fine, Cambridge and Nottingham, we still have very frequent trains, so we just have to wait for a little bit and then we can catch the next train if we happen to be late, if we happen to miss the train. But what happened is that our friend going back to Sunderland will have to wait for another 2 hours in order to get the train back to Sunderland, and that wouldn't be too nice. I mean, it's still away, but we definitely don't want that to happen. So when we got to know that the next tube will be a lot later, which will definitely make us miss our train, we went and take the London Black Cab. So I'm not sure, like maybe for you, cab is still just a normal thing, but London Black Cab is it's like one of the most expensive ways of transport right in London. So taking cab is very expensive. It's our first time doing that. We didn't care about the price. We just like, let's just go ahead and just take on the London Black Cab. And yes, luckily the driver was, I guess he got a sense of our urgency, and yeah, he sped through the city and dropped. Like initially, I think Google Maps says it will take around 20 minutes, which is crazy, Tube takes around 10 minutes. And then like the taxi take around 20 minutes, which is crazy. But then, yes, we got on it, and then I think he arrived there around just like barely 10 minutes or something, which is amazing. And then, of course, we still missed our train back to Nottingham, but both of our friends back to Sunderland and Cambridge got on their train. And then I think the customer personnel over for our train was nice. They know what happened, so they just put us on the next train, and then yes, we got back safely. So perfect, beautiful, amazing. But other than that, that last week, then that week, after that week. Wait, what happened that week? Shit, I forgot. I finished videos. Oh, wait. Did I miss that? Oh, last week and then the week before. Oh my god. So I felt, actually I didn't do much for 2 weeks. Okay, yeah. So yes, I've been wasting like 2 weeks of time because the week before, like after I came back from Reading, I was quite lazy. I don't think I did anything. Yeah, I don't think I did anything because videos are all scheduled and all that, and then I'm just being very lazy. I'm procrastinating and all that last week as well. But last week I did record a few videos and then I did put them up. Like last week's Saturday YouTube video was like just edited in the morning right before it's supposed to be uploaded, which is crazy. I have been doing that for quite some time. So yes, this week I'm picking up my pace, trying to get everything done again and then put them up online beforehand, schedule them, because Vereen is coming, so it's gonna be a busy week next week and probably a busy life after that. Who knows? Yeah. But then like one of the greatest highlights of last week is that we had a podcast with Paul Millard, which is amazing. I guess I shouldn't emphasize too much on that because you can just listen to the last episode, amazing one. But one thing which I quite look forward to today is that I'm going to have McDonald's. Oh yay! So right in the UK, McDonald's have this very interesting campaign. I guess they do it every single year, and it's something called Monopoly. Yeah, they do it in a few countries, but not in Malaysia. I'm not sure why. Maybe mainly because religious reasons, something like that. But they have it in many countries. So what you did do it, it's like kind of like a marketing strategy for adults. This is targeting adults. So when you buy specific items, you actually can get a peel on the item, like drinks, fries, and all that. And you peel that, you might get instant prizes, or you might get like property, just like how you play Monopoly. And if you get all three colors, you will be able to redeem a prize, which is amazing, which is really fun. So yeah, and the prizes the grand prize is like 100k pounds. No, it was 100k. Yeah, 100k pounds, which is a huge amount, which and yeah, quite amazing. So definitely it's quite fun. And then it started last week, and then it's going on for 6 weeks. So last week Saturday, I went and buy my first McD. Got started a bit, kind of got a feeling, it's quite nice. And then now I fell into the trap of buying more McDonald's. So, I finished my meal prep yesterday. So today I'm gonna go ahead and buy some eggs and then subsequently get my McDonald's lunch, which is amazing.
But is this a very hype thing in UK?
A very what?
Like everyone wanted to do this, and yeah.
I'm not sure how hyped it is, but definitely it popped up on many news agencies because it stopped for like 2 years during coronavirus, and then they have specific analysts for like Monopoly, there's like, I think, how many colors? At least 8 colors, and then like among those 8 colors, there's different names for all the properties. They do tell you like which is the rare one, and then like what are the tips onto winning them, something like that. So I'm not sure how hyped it is because I don't have much British friends around me, so I'm not sure like within their culture how big is this thing. But definitely I can see that it's still quite a thing. Like many newspapers just put it up, and then yeah, it's quite a fun thing. It definitely drive up the McDonald's sales and all that. So yes, look forward into having McDonald's. And right now I'm starving because it's 8 in the morning, and then we started our podcast preparation around 7 before I had a breakfast. So yes, I look forward to finishing this podcast and then yes, go on and have breakfast. Yes, amazing.
Okay, so is that all about what you want to share?
Yeah, I guess that's it. Like my life have been pretty upsetting, at least for myself, because I haven't been doing much now, especially now that I realize I've been really procrastinating a bit too much. Terrible. Yeah, terrible me.
Okay, then I guess we shall go into our topic today. Okay, so what are we going to discuss today?
So today we are having we have quite a bunch of episodes piled up, but then because of our new policy of just recording like splitting into 2 episodes if it's like past 30 minutes, so we don't need to record so much anymore. So yes, but this is an interesting one. So today we're going to talk about why is crying necessary in a relationship to prevent a bad breakup. So Farine, what do you think about this?
Okay, so actually I never really thought of like crying can prevent a bad breakup until this topic come up. I know crying is something very common, especially between couples, because couples argue and you have those very little emotions and all that you want to express, and yeah. But I've never really thought of like, it can prevent them to go into a bad breakup. But if you look at this topic directly, I think it's possible because sometimes people might just keep everything to themselves, that they don't want to share whatever that they are thinking. So because of that, the other party might not understand what they are thinking, and the conversation can become a very hard one because, I'm just shouting whatever that I'm assuming because you are not telling me what you're thinking at all. Then slowly, if let's say it ended in a very bad way, then you might break up immediately. But if not, things like this might pile up, and slowly, in the end, it might still turn into a bad breakup. Yeah.
And how does crying plays a role in that?
I would say, first thing is that when one of them started crying, what is the word? The atmosphere between them might change, like from a very hot-tempered one to a slightly more emotional one. Then, or one of them might feel a bit like, oh my gosh, he or she started crying. Shall I stop or something? Yeah. Then, also by crying, it is another way of you expressing what you're feeling. Like you're telling, I'm not angry, I'm feeling very sad. Yeah, so that the other person might receive the signal of you saying that you are very sad, so that they can start looking at the whole thing in a different perspective or something. This is what I think.
Oh, right. Okay. That's interesting. That's something interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So what about you?
Okay, yeah. So, okay. Very interesting. It's cool listening. From your perspective. Of course, like, when you talk about the topic, why is crying necessary in a relationship to prevent a bad breakup? But I guess you are more focused on the end of it. I don't know, like when they're about to break up, which because what I see is that is like very end of it, and what I say, what I focus more on in this topic is that why is crying necessary in a relationship? So not in the final the ending of a relationship, or like during the final conversation of the relationship. So like throughout the whole relationship, why is crying necessary? So of course, like what you said, crying is essential. We need to cry. I guess in I'm not sure, possibly right now it's different, but definitely back then in Asian culture, crying is a sign of weakness and all that. So you're not supposed to express it, especially male and all that. You're not expected to do that.
Until
which is
now,
terrible.
my friends still think in this way.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's shit. But I definitely think that in a relationship, both parties, male and female, should definitely cry. Crying is a good way to express your sadness, and then to relieve stress as well. So yes, of course, while Vereen focused more on the final conversation of a relationship when maybe couples are talking about breakup, I just think that throughout the whole relationship, definitely crying is very important. Definitely it might be a sign of weakness and all that. You're breaking down, that's why you cry and all that. But I mean, that's kind of the point in somewhat, especially like when you're in a relationship, because by the time you get to the end of the relationship, it might be too late, and it might not be the best time to actually be broken down, because when you are actually crying and you're breaking down, it's best to be in a safe state. So and why I would encourage that to do that within a relationship is because you're in a relationship and your partner is definitely one of the person that you trust the most. So then that is like a safe zone, a buffer zone for you to break down, and then you cry, you share your feelings and all that. It's like it's safe to do that, and then it's definitely you should do that, just like what Vereen said, because sometimes there can be a lot of misunderstanding, conflicts between couples, and yes, and communication is very important. So definitely we have to talk about all this with our partners and all that. That's why, of course, if you can just communicate it without crying, that would be slightly better, hopefully, of course. But there are times which I definitely recommend to cry, is when it's not actually problems within the relationship, it's problems that are outside the relationship, and then you're just trying to find someone to express your sadness, to relieve stress, something like that, and then that's when you cry, and that's definitely important. But yes, I guess why would this help in a bad breakup? Personally, I think because mainly bad breakups are usually just misunderstanding and all that, and then mainly just misunderstanding, huge conflicts and all that. So if we are able to spread this up, definitely in a relationship, this will happen. It's hard for this not to happen. But if in a relationship we can just, split this up, all this misunderstanding, all this conflict throughout the whole lifetime of your relationship, that's a lot better, isn't it? Instead of like piling them out, like what Vereen said, piling that up to the final second where they, just immediately blow out. Of course, during that time, crying might help, but it's more like a bucket of water. They're trying to use a bucket of water to save your house that's on fire. So it's not helping much. Yeah. So definitely, I think if you are able to trust each other, and then you kind of, both parties cry to show to express your sadness, to relieve your stress, something like that, and then go through all this misunderstanding and all that, I think it definitely helps. Mainly the thing is that I just don't want, I wouldn't recommend piling all these problems up to the final second. So throughout your relationship, just cry, just try to solve them. And me and Veri, we did many of these as well. That's I guess that's the main reason why we came up with this, because, and it might be even better to, like, I guess more in part, I guess maybe I came up with this because during that moment we were talking about our relationship expectations. So sometimes while we talk about we're being a couple, we shouldn't draw our line so clear, we shouldn't be so pragmatic, so practical in relationship and all that, but still like nothing can be there's no how do I say it, there's no ultimate way to solve everything. Like you can't just do one thing, you can't just be exactly practical on doing things, or 100% just based on intuition. So you have to have both sides in, and definitely relationship is this as well. You can't just have everything written black and white on a piece of paper, but neither can you just guide your relationship through intuition. So we have to have both. Of course, having intuition is nice, but still we have to talk about our expectation and all that. That's why that's the moment we cried and all that.
Okay, I remember this.
Right? Yeah, you remember that, right? Yeah, so like expectation. So I guess that's better. I mean, better in a way, at least for me. We will hear from Vereen later, as in particular about this expectation thing. We instead of, because mainly like this is just communication, and then we try to understand what each other want out of this relationship. It's gonna be sad, that moment you realize that, oh, you don't care about what I care about. That's terrible, isn't it?
Exactly.
Or something like, oh, so this is what you think about many of the things which I've done, something like that. But at least it's not at the final moment where both parties are already, possibly, at least maybe one party is already preparing to leave. At least in this moment, we begin this conversation as with the intention of understanding. Definitely there'll be sadness when you understand a bit some of the interesting stuff, but still understanding is important, and it's a better time to understand when because like the intention is right at the moment. So yes, so I think that's why I think like in like crying is necessary in throughout the lifetime of a relationship, so that you can it can prevent when you are actually breaking up. And then we even talk about if we do break up, how is it gonna work and all that. So basically, we just kind of have all this sorted out first. So if in the case where we actually are breaking up, we talk about this and then we understood each sides. So we don't have to discuss it during that moment where we're very emotional, where we don't think rationally and all that, where we're out of our minds, where we just think about ourselves. So because we already made this conversation beforehand, so that time we both parties can just pull in conversation that we had before, that we thought a bit more rationally. So yeah, at least it wouldn't end up that badly. Yeah, because when you're at when we're discussing breakup, usually you are very emotional and then you act based on your heart instead of your mind.
Yeah.
So I just think that, if we did cry beforehand, basically, I guess crying is not the main thing, but then like having proper understanding and communication beforehand is necessary. But of course, it may involve crying. That's why we put the focus on crying. So like discussion until you cry, it's important. Something like that. You just kind of expect to like sometimes talking about sad things is important in a relationship, basically. Yes.
Yeah, true. When you talk about those discussion we had last time, actually I thought of one thing.
Time.
What?
No, I was just mocking you last time.
Annoying. Okay, so I just thought of one thing. So actually, couples, we can do a lot for our significant other half, but you have your line and your principles that you follow in your life. So sometimes you just couldn't exceed your own threshold or something. You can only do this much, but you keep challenging your own threshold because you are thinking that I have to do as much as possible for my girlfriend or boyfriend. Yeah. So slowly you pile up a lot of emotions in you, but you never tell the other person. They never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
True.
when you talk about it, you feel very hurtful and you're very sad or everything. It's okay to cry. It's okay to show weakness to your other half because that's the person that you trusted the most, right?
Yes, exactly. Like that's one of the point where you guys went into a relationship.
Yeah.
A relationship. You guys are related to each other now,
Yeah.
You guys are connected somehow. And yeah, like if you do get into marriage, you guys are signed on a piece of paper where that the significant other can just literally like take part of your will, or like some of your money would like when you actually divorce and all that, they deserve part of your money. So yeah, you're expected to trust them.
Yeah, so it's totally fine to show your weakness to your partner because if you don't show it to them, there's no point of you keeping everything to yourself, right? Why would you want to do that if no one is going to understand you at all?
Yeah.
Then do you still call them your boyfriend or girlfriend?
Yeah, that's very true.
So crying is totally fine because you are just expressing yourself, expressing your emotions and all to the other person, telling them how you're feeling, how you're thinking and all. Yeah.
Yes.
When you talk about the communication part, I totally agree because actually in the past I've never thought of something like this until we do that.
As in like, like talk about our expectation, or talk about even our breakup expectation, something like that?
Yeah. But I can totally understand that during that moment of discussion, the feeling is really, really, really sad. Until now, I can still recall how I feel. Yeah. Seriously.
Which one was it?
Huh?
That you're talking about? Which one was it that you're talking about?
Every part.
I don't know which particular conversation. I forgot which one already because I remember we had a few. I'm not sure which one are you particularly talking about.
Yeah, I mean every conversation. I mean those that involves crying.
All right. Okay. Fine. All right.
Yeah. That is really, really sad, but after crying and after we come to a consensus or something, when I think back of it, I can see the importance of it. Sometimes we might just want to avoid this crying or something, that we don't want to go into conversation like this. But to be honest, it is important to talk about it, because without that, you might not know what the other person are thinking. Then slowly things might, like I said, piled up again and again, and in the end, there's no way of resolving it anymore. So what do you want?
I guess I would just say that, like, pardon? Sorry?
So what do you want? You want a relationship that ended in a very bad way because you never communicate clearly to the other person, assuming that they know how you feel? Or you want to talk about everything in a very transparent way that they can really understand and feel you?
Yeah, I guess one thing important that's important to say is that people are not mind readers, so we can't just expect, like, people just understand what we think and all that.
Yeah, even people that study psychology can't do that.
Yeah. I can be a testament to that. My girlfriend don't even know when I'm mad. So yeah. Yeah. So but the other I guess the other main reason why we should actually talk about this is that basically, like, all this conversation will come up eventually. Come up eventually. So like, it's just when, like, it's a question when it will come out. So definitely you wouldn't want, like what I said, you wouldn't want it to come out when you're discussing a breakup. All this conversation will just end badly. That's why it's just better to prepare yourself and have it. Of course, definitely we had this conversation quite like, is it like during our second or third year of our relationship? I forgot. Third year, I guess.
Third year, I guess. But also, I guess it's also the time that we're thinking about future and
Yes. So I guess, like at the point where that it's like kind of the right person, maybe someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with, so it's quite important to talk about this. But like, definitely not too early in a relationship where you guys are just trying out, because like being in a early relationship, like, sometimes it's about trying out. There's nothing wrong with trying out. Everyone is trying out things, but at a certain point, it's important to lay out expectation and all this, discuss about all this stuff, and try to make sure that both parties are prepared to discuss this. But it is something that have to be discussed. If you don't discuss it, things will just go badly, and you might just end up having to discuss this in the worst time that you want. So yes, I guess that's why it's important to discuss all this question. And then it's okay to cry. You should cry. You should break down to your other half because you trust them. That's why you choose them as your partner, isn't it?
Yeah, and when we say discuss about it, it doesn't mean that you have to be in an argument or something. You can just talk about it in a very calm way, and
well, like, we casually discuss it. You don't have to have papers or something, but then you just talk about it. But make sure that it's important. The main thing is that both parties should be ready to talk about this. Yeah. You should never avoid this. Never make it a bad thing. Never make it a taboo. All this kind of stuff, we can just find a way out. And it's important to talk about it.
Why do we sound like relationship consultant?
I don't know. Why not? It might be a good business. It could be something that we could be doing in the future. Relationship consultant. Oh my god, that's so cool. But yes, I guess that's it for us. Would you like to do anything else you want to share, or would you like to do a wrap up?
Okay. I don't know much about what those Western country people think about, but I guess in the Asian culture, sometimes we what?
No. You said Western country people. No, nothing.
Why are you judging me?
No, I'm not judging. I'm just mocking you. Is there a difference between judging and mocking? But yes, you go ahead first.
Okay, so oh my, where am I? Okay, so most of the time, not like most of the time, like especially in the past, lesser nowadays, but there is still people like this, where they think that guys must do most of, they have to put in more effort in a relationship compared to girls. And yeah, so maybe it's the society that makes us feel in such a way that he might feel very good when he do as much as he can for his other half, but sometimes he might keep all those very little thing to himself because he might think that, okay, I'm a man, I shouldn't cry because it's a sign of weakness, and everything that I do is more for my other half, and so I don't mind doing as much as I can. Yeah, there's no problem of you doing as much as you can, just that if you don't communicate those very little emotions or something that you're thinking to your other half, then slowly it might turn into a problem, and it's like a snowball. It might roll as big as pot. Yeah, you don't know how big it might turn out in the future until it cause a bad breakup or something. Yeah, then at that time you tell your other half that you never care about me. Yeah. It's a very typical
I get it.
scene.
Yeah, that's true. So yes, that's why I guess managing expectation, not just in relationship, in many things in life, is very important. And then especially you're facing someone that's alive, yeah, talk to them. Yeah, know what's their expectations and all that, and then know what's your expectations, know what you're doing, something like that. So yeah, they're human, they're not dead. Talk to them.
No matter how big or how small the issue or your ideas or thoughts that you have, it's totally fine to talk to your other half. They are there for a reason,
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. That is very true. That is very true. 100% true. Yes. So yes, I guess as a wrap up, I guess the main thing is that it's important to just discuss, talk to your partner, discuss about things, manage expectations, all this, and even cry during this is totally fine, totally important, because you guys trust each other, you guys want to go ahead with life, you're gonna go on forever, then eventually these things will just come out. So it's just a matter of time. Of course, not too early when you guys just start dating a day ago, you don't just sit down, let's talk about what happens when we break up, let's talk about where you want to go 5 years later. Of course, not that kind of stuff. You kind of have it after a period of time in a relationship, but it is just essential so that in the case of a breakup or everything, we have this thing mutually, me and Vereen, where we still want to be good friends, because like the how do we say it? We wouldn't regret this relationship even if we do break up. It's like a part of our life that we hold on to dearly, and we are quite proud of this part of our life because we did great. It was amazing. So definitely we wouldn't want to just lose a friend because of a breakup or something. You guys spend so much time together. Definitely there's things to be valued, something like that. So that's why talk about things, cry. So yes, you can prevent a bad breakup, and hopefully or even no breakup at all. So you guys can go it forever. I think maybe we should change the topic a bit. I'm not sure if we'll change it. I don't know, we'll see. But yes, I guess that's it for this episode. Do you have any insights that you would like to share?
No, I think no.
Any final words when you're still in Malaysia? This will be the last time you'll be recording a podcast over the air from Malaysia.
Yeah, I'm going to keep my mic later. I don't know I don't know how I'm feeling right now. Actually, today for the whole day, I've been feeling very complicated as well. I don't know. I'm just feeling a bit lost. Like, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I have to do, but I'm just so lost. Maybe because of my emotion or something. Yeah.
Do you have a to-do list? You should do a to-do
Yeah,
list. I did
have.
a to-do list during my period. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. I guess that's all for me.
All right, okay. I don't have insights recently. Maybe I'm not enlightened enough. Oh, just something to share though. It's quite cool having a Google Nest Hub where it tracks your sleep. It's cool. I'm being a tech person, it's cool. Having that, talking to it every single night, saying good night to it, and then good morning the next day, something like that. It's quite cool, but yeah, just something to share. Yeah. Yeah, but yes, other than that, a rare episode where we actually keep it as one single episode, so quite cool thing, something that's really cool. But yes, thanks everyone for listening, and hope to see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you enjoyed, do share with your friends and family and leave us a review on the Apple Podcast. If you are not using an Apple device, you can leave a review on the Apple Podcast website with a link in the show notes. If you have any feedback or thoughts which you hope that we'll discuss in the future, feel free to email them to us at hello@incthoughts.com, or alternatively, you can send us a private message on our Facebook, Instagram or Twitter with the username of incthoughtspod. Thanks again, and see you all next week. Bye bye.